shovel in there.
That's a cute little axe too.
And dug that stupid thing up out of there. Can you believe
that? That's 10:51 a.m. and look at this. I'm gonna pick that up. My goodness. That's the best axe on the place.
Yeah, so far.
Look at that baby. Wait till you clean him up.
That's gonna be pretty.
That's a nice axe. I mean, that baby's beautiful.
This part here was sticking up out of the dirt right like that. I just
thought one of them little square.
A piece of little rock, so I just took a shovel and.
You sure you don't want to dig any farther around?
I think I will dig around this tree a little bit more.
I'll be darned.
Ain't that a not? Ain't got a nick out of it nowhere.
That's a pretty. That's about the littlest axe I've ever seen.
Now that is a nice.
That's the cat's meow there, lucky cat.
Don't blame it on that cat.
Can you believe that?
Look at that nice square top pole.
What a.
Ain't that a cutie?
What a find. First one, that's pretty doggone good.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time topping this.
I'm going to have a hard time catching up. You might have got me for today already at the very first 15 minutes of it.
Ain't that something?
Man, have to wash that.
It's got a little place right there, but that's ancient. Ain't that a...
Man.
Even the post polished up there. Look at that, how smooth that's polished up.
I see the top of it there too. Or the top groove. That is a nice
Look at that bit.
Doggone it, that ain't a good find to start the day out.
That's kind of like one of them wide base points like that one I found today. They made that out of a big old flake or something. Boy, it's real nice flaking on this side. Look at that.
Can you believe it? Well, hey, the monkey's off my back.
That's kind of cute.
It ain't no axe, but I don't expect no axe.
It's got a little nick off there, and I don't know, I think they made it that way there, but that'd been a nice point if that place there, and that'd been in there, that'd been a real nice little point.
Well, it's a wonder I just didn't ram it to pieces with my shovel. I had to go right underneath it. I mean, look at my scoop.
Yeah, boy, look at that. Look at that clear sugar quartz stuff. What if you find a big old head made out of that?
I think there's so many different, I think, just like this whole hump right here, it's from over there. It ain't been dug. It's just from right underneath that tree this gigantic hump is.
Somebody's dug under there and threw that dirt back up here.
Missed the point. All right, lucky cat. We got some hard stone and some flint. It ain't been here. Well, it's been about a half hour, I guess, altogether.
That's that dark blue-like material.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I like that dark material better than that light material. Myself, all these arrowheads and stuff. You take these darker blues and grays like that. I like that a lot better than them lighter colored Burlington type stuff.
People like that blues.
That's about the size of that Berkey stem point I dug up in that hole at that Wilson Cave. It's about that size of point, but it's a real deep, dark blue.
Well, I'm gonna find a Berkey stem. I'm putting this over here on this log, so surely to goodness we won't cover it up.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're pulling a root in this.
Pulling a root up. Yep, that's what it is. Well, it would have been a nice thing done too. That nice here. Been shot. See the impact fracture?
Yep.
See it?
Well, there's some more. Look at all my other junk up there under my coat. Here, I'll give this to you.
Oh, there you go. A round rock. A flat rock. That's another thing that I really wondered about. Why them Indians carried so many of them little creek rocks over there?
Why'd they want that little guy for?
But we found thousands of these little.
That's one of them.
Holy smokes!
It's one of them pretty kind, though.
That is a dandy.
That's a dandy.
Looks like a coop.
Don't
touch that. I was supposed to pick that up.
Look,
you ain't gonna step on it. I'm like a
yeah, I was worried there.
I can walk when I can't even see where I'm going.
Look at that thing.
That looks like a coop. That is a neat one there.
Man,
that is.
That's what we like to pull out of here. It's a crazy looking thing. They made an arrowhead.
That ain't broke. They made that like that.
It maybe been a long time. It may be another arrowhead, and then they remade it into another arrowhead after it broke.
They broke this tip off,
and then redone
Then they just put a couple notches on it and had her good to go again.
They sure did.
But that was made that way.
Probably a big old Longsadillia or something.
Yeah, that could have been. That's just a broken tip off of a point in there.
That's even neater.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty cool.
That's real cool. Huh.
They made a nice looking point out of it,
yes,
too.
they did. That's neat. But there's a knife.
Don't cut your hand on there.
If I do, I'm suing you.
Ain't that something?
That's pretty neat.
That makes my day. What is it? It's 2:30 already.
Is it?
Yep, certainly is.
My kid's sitting in a dentist chair right now getting drilled.
Look at us, and we're having fun. We could use this as a drill for him.
That's pretty cool. I like that kind of stuff.
Man, I do too.
I like that kind of stuff better than just ordinary arrowheads myself.
That is just neat as can be, being a salvage point and made into a neat arrowhead like that.
At one time, that thing might have been.
It could have been, yeah.
That dang long.
Yeah, it could have. All right, now we're both having a good day.
I bet that was a big old. At least I'm gonna get me one point.
Looks like Rockhead's found him one.
Can you can see it in that camera. Look at there. That's a wiggle picnic right there.
Well, you know what? You didn't really.
Not hurt it very bad.
I don't think you hurt it.
It's all there too, ain't it?
That's a neat little guy. Huh. That's a pretty nice one. Right here in them roots. Ain't been dug yet.
Right in them roots.
Well, we're moving right along today. Producing well. Got his tip on there.
Even if I didn't like you, I wouldn't wish that.
Oh, boy, that
Get
thing.
your fingers off that.
Look at
You
that.
ain't supposed to touch an arrowhead till I touch it first.
My golly, she's got an ear just. I thought this ear was broke. Is it work? It's.
Well, if it was, it's ancient break. I think a little bit
Just
off.
a little
bit off the side.
Yeah, a little flat spot on it.
Yeah, but boy, look at that nice here. That's a pretty one there.
That's a nice one. Boy,
there's not enough. That's the way my Sedalia was today. That little tiny, where you.
Just some, yeah.
Well, it's hard to find one that ain't got it where they come to a needle tip. You don't get them like that very often, but
that's a nice one.
Oh yeah. Boy, just imagine if that other ear would have been.
That's in the mole hole too.
Yeah. Just imagine if that other ear had been sticking out there.
Like that other one? Oh man. That's a doggone good day.
Sure.
And gotta love the cucumber days.
That's the kind of dirt where you find them. This right here.
That's what I was just saying. Look how dry and powdery that is.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of dirt. That's the kind of dirt where you're going to find them. Like that right there.
I flipped that baby right out of there.
I'm down in that old black nasty crap that they carried off the mountain up there. Not much in it.
I just got one. I just got you filmed on one. And an axe.
I find them.
Oh, man.
Look at that material.
Look how thin that is.
Look at that yellow, that cream-colored material. You can see I never touched that thing.
No, boy.
Ain't that a shame?
I think there's still some.
We got to go back down there and
come back through there.
I think the Sedalias are all down to the.
They're on this end for some reason.
Remember what I said about around this rim, around this rim? Look at that material. Ain't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Cream colored.
I wish you hadn't messed the tip up.
I wish I hadn't too.
Probably a little Sedalia, about 4 inches long.
I bet it's just the tip of one.
Oh my goodness. Oh
boy.
Man, that's a nice looking tip
Look at that
too.
material. It's translucent too. I can see the light shining through it from here.
Gee, Minnie, that's been a nice one too.
Look at that. In the sun. I mean, get up in front of the sun. See it?
Oh yeah. Huh.
Ain't that awful?
Yeah.
Look at that on the end of my Sedalia.
Well, I just found this, and Gary's saying I'm not going to believe this. He just found his base to his arrowhead. Look at there.
Found the other half.
Ain't that something? Well, that's neat as could be.
About that far from where the tip was.
Well, come up here and look at my arrowhead.
Holy smokes. That's red. I know red when I see red.
See a little red in there.
That's pretty cool there.
I think
that's a flake point. They made that out of a big old, well, I don't know. It's neat though.
Can you believe that?
That's what you pick walnuts out of holes with, or your teeth.
There you go. Well, ain't that awesome there?
Well, it's going to be pretty though. It's red. It's going to be solid red on one side.
I'm going to go over here and watch it. I can't believe how many we're finding all of a sudden. I'm going to have to stay here till dark.
Better go get some lanterns and come back.
I ain't so sure we shouldn't come back tomorrow now.
It does got a weird little colors on there.
Ain't that pretty?
That's pretty doggone neat.
Well, yeah, I think it's real pretty. Look at all them stripes down through there on that side.
Well, I'll be darned.
That's about as pretty as that.
Well, and you found another full one. I mean,
that's the first time I ever found both sides of one like that.
this is one heck of a day. This is November the 2nd at 4:40 p.m. And Gary and Richard's finds for the day. Got anything you want to narrate there, Gary?
Sun's going down.
Sun's going down. We'll have to come back and do it again.
And we might have heard a Bigfoot down there over the hill a while ago.
Man, that's awesome. That's a pretty good day right there. We haven't had a day like that for a long time.
No, we haven't.
Boy, what an awesome day Gary and I had. He walked me today though with that axe. I'll try to get him tomorrow or the next day. I had a pretty good day though, I can't complain. Pretty cool for a flake. Man, this is one awesome dog here. Look at that baby. And the fancy one for the day. Check that baby out. Look at the gold in the end of there. That is one cool point. That's an awesome day. Thank you all for watching. We'll try to keep putting some more out. Later.